Hello everybody, and welcome to our quick look. Today we are going over the Ranger. Despite having one of the most obvious flaws in the game, their pets, the Ranger is still a strong profession that focuses on high damage output from close range and from far away. They also have great tools to buff allies and revive teammates using their pets. For some reason, the votes are unanimous that the Wolf and the Lynx are the best pets for a Ranger. I'm not exactly sure why, but unless there's some specific reason, I think you have a good choice of which pet you want depending on what extra stat boosts fits you best. Rangers are good against necromancers, elementalists, mesmers, and maybe thieves. Necros have a high health pool, but rangers have the biggest damage in the game with fury, so they get taken down quickly anyways. Elementalists are close-up burst damage. Rangers can choose either to start chipping away at ranged until the elementalists get up close, or use entangle to make sure the elementalists can't evade and move around while they hack away. Mesmers are about giving you the wrong target, so if you have the piercing shot trait, a ranger can destroy all the clones with a single attack. Against thieves, it's a tie. While the ranger does more damage, thieves can get in and out of the battle in between bursts, taking away a lot of your chances to do damage. The victor will be who catches whom off guard. Now let's look at how the ranger fits in the different team roles. Let's start off with the support ranger. This role is all about buffing allies, crippling enemies, and using your pet to revive teammates. The hard part about this role is knowing when to be inside the battle, buffing your allies, and when to be outside, firing crowd control from afar. Your goal is to make sure your teammates are winning their 1v1s and not getting ganged up on. Pet revive can be kept as backup. There is not a lot of room left for customization on this build, so I'm not sure if I recommend this role as much as I would another profession. This is just something to keep in mind in case things are updated. Next we have probably the strongest role of the Ranger, the flat damage build. When mixed with Fury, the Ranger has the highest DPS in the game. He can easily do 20k damage in just a few seconds. For weapons, I use Sword Warhorn and Greatsword. Sword Warhorn is great for slowing down your opponent so that when you switch to Greatsword, you can get as much damage in as possible. I like the Greatsword because not only does it do a lot of damage, all of its attacks are arcs that strike multiple enemies, so your damage is multiplied. It's great for tearing down enemies trying to revive their teammates, while finishing off the downed opponent as well. The abilities I took were for mobility and stability, but they're really up to you. The only thing that is a must is the Elite Rampage. It is the key to your insane damage that destroys 2v1 and 3v1 situations if they are not positioned right. The only downside to this build is that you are in the middle of battle even though rangers have no stun breakers. You have leaps and speed boosts, but rangers have no ability to get out of heavy stun opponents, so be careful when planning on moving into a teamfight. And finally we have the Kite and Cripple condition build. The role you're trying to play is using cripples and traps to run the enemy team around in circles as they try to catch up to you. I put a lot of condition damage on this build so that while you're kiting, you were able to stack bleeds on your enemies. That way you can either turn on them when they are low health, or at least have them at lower health when reinforcements arrive to make quick work of them. If there is someone like an elementalist chasing or someone else cuts you off as you are running around, I like to have entangle as backup. For weapons, I like to use short bow for kiting at range, and axe dagger for massive bleed damage when you turn back onto your opponents. Alright everybody, that about does it for a quick look at the Ranger. I'm not really sure how this profession will turn out a month from now. Once they finally fix the pets, they will probably nerf some of the Ranger's damage, and entangle for sure, the most overpowered elite ever. So more options might open up for support build, and pet damage builds could become an option. That will fix a lot of the problems with Ranger at the moment of not being able to do damage because they are stun locked all the time. God, they need to add at least one stun break. Please? Oh well. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, feel free to click the subscribe button below for information on upcoming videos. Thank you everybody, and I'll see you next time.